Fragrance goes into fibers and give you lasting freshness for the whole day.
Colorful day, wonderful scent.
Hello, it's a great Sunday evening. Thank you for joining us for News 360. It's live from our News Hub studios right here at Adesawe, Kanda, Accra. My name is Roland Walker.
And I am Aisha Yakubu Khalid. And look at our headlines this evening.
News 360 headlines is brought to you by Deluxy Acrylic Paint, Heaven Insecticide Spray and Coil,
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste,
and Apart Foods.
My Life Insurance.
COVID-19 vaccinations to be extended to churches, markets, lorry parks and other localized areas. Meanwhile, persons who have taken single shot doses of Johnson & Johnson vaccine may have to take second jab as a booster.
I'll also tell you how the Asantehene Otumfo has the appeal made to government to complete the inland port at Wankra in the Ashanti region.
Also in the bulletin, we'll take you to kiosk estates in Accra to assess one of the most critical needs for human survival, shelter.
On the international front, in Germany, exit polls are suggesting that the main parties running neck and neck in the first post-Merkel German elections.
Stay with us here on News 360 for details of these stories and many others over the next 60 minutes. Join us also on our social media platforms at TV3 Ghana and also on 3news.com. We'll start off with some COVID-19 updates, and COVID-19 vaccinations are to be extended to churches, markets and lorry parks. Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Kumabwaji, made this known at a media briefing here in Accra.
Deployment of more doses of the AstraZeneca vaccines commenced on Friday, September 24, across the country. Persons 18 years and above are eligible for both their first and second doses. Previously, the exercise was limited to only designated health facilities within the districts.
To be able to increase uptake, we also have noticed that there are some people who the very little time to stay in the queue is also taking them away. So we are moving to our churches, we are moving to the markets, and we are moving to the lorry parks to provide vaccination out there, so that those who feel that taking 1 hour off may will also be bringing the vaccine close to them. If you have more, you may even start doing a bit more localized area to be able to have access to more people to vaccinate.
Dr. Kuma Abwaji underscored the need to rapidly vaccinate more people.
Those who were on admission, about 35.1% were vaccinated. A similar figure of nearly 65% were unvaccinated. But the other evidence was that those who were vaccinated recovered quickly and went home. For those who were severely, critically ill, you can see that 97.1% were unvaccinated. Only 2.9% were vaccinated. And if you look at those who died, unfortunately died, 87.75% were unvaccinated.
Currently, 127,000 persons have had their first dose. 625,000 have had both doses, with nearly 800,000 persons being fully vaccinated.
Well, also it's been indicated by the Ghana Health Service that persons who have just taken a single shot of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine would have to take a second one as a booster.
If Johnson & Johnson remains a single dose, then we have a significant coverage. But if it becomes a double dose, then we still have a gap that we need to get in additional vaccines to look at. So that's what shows down there. So you have the 16.55 million for Johnson & Johnson, but as long as it's one. But the chances are that it may not be one. It may just be a 2-dose booster, so we need to buy more vaccines for that. There's a lot going on in the world, and that is why some of us continue to track. Now we are having a booster, a third booster for Pfizer, but there is the possibility that there will be a booster, a second dose for Johnson. So we watch until the evidence is very clear. If it's clear, we will also abide by the same issue.
Let's now go to the Ashanti region, where the Asante Otumfuo said to the second has appealed to government to complete the inland port at Buankra in the Ashanti region. He made the appeal on officials from the Ghana Free Zone Development Authority, led by its chief executive, Michael Quay Jr., called on him at the Menchia Palace in Kumasi.
The 413-acre dry port project was initiated by the Ghana Shippers Authority and the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. The Asantehene Otumfuo Osetu II underscored the importance of the project.
As a bus 205 cars a free zone, na Buankra so cars here. Ni nyina ni nu se be peja ho ama adwuma bakama. Be pim na enye.
We thought they were going to develop their place and create employment for the youth, but to date, nothing has changed.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Free Zones Authority, Michael Quay Jr., expressed serious concerns about the level of encroachment on the land.
We confirmed that no permit or license has been issued to any squatter or encroacher on the lands under reference. Nana, our visit ascertained the massive level of encroachment by squatters per the briefing from our Ashanti regional office.
And as TV3 News, we needed to do some fact-checking, and our reporter Ibrahim Abubakar was back at the site after the November 2020 fanfare when the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, cancelled for the project to resume.
Started in 2001, the Buankra Inland Port was expected to link Tema and Takoradi ports to the inner part of the country and other landlocked countries, such as Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. The inland port has the potential to boost economic activities, create employment, ease transport congestion, and reduce the high cost of transporting goods and services up north by road. But work on the project stalled for 19 years. President Akufo-Addo in November 2020 cut short for work to resume on the project, now Buankra Integrated Logistics Terminal. The project was expected to be completed in 3 years at a cost of $330 million.
Work is now set to begin after the conclusion of all financial, contractual, legal, parliamentary, and regulatory matters and approvals. The project period is 3 years.
Work was expected to commence latest by March 2021, but a visit to the project site almost a year later shows no sign of work. The administration block constructed in 2001 is the only building sitting on the project site. Years of neglect has left the building in a deplorable state. Residents of Buankra are not satisfied with the turn of events.
Up till now, we have not seen anything. Last November, the president came here to tell us they are going to start it around March this year. But up to I think this October, September, we haven't heard anything. It's all these are bad things that we are seeing here. So we are pleading now with the government to at least come to our aid, because without completing the job, they are giving us a lot of problems.
There is no job in this community, so we are pleading an ADO so that you come and complete the Elan port for us, so that the youth can get a job to do.
Last year, when
the president cut salt last year, we were all happy, hoping there will be a boost in economic activities here, but nothing has happened so far. We plead with the president to ensure work starts in earnest.
Ashanti Regional Chairman of Ghana Shippers Council Committee, Joseph Amwa, expects government to deliver as promised by making the project a reality.
For us in the North, Bron, and the Ashanti region, distance has been an issue for us, especially when we are clearing our goods. You have to go all the way to either Tema or to Takoradi to get your goods cleared. Not to talk about the extra transportation to haul such materials from Takoradi or Tema to the interior part of the country. So we are pleading to the government, especially Nana Danko Kufuado, that this time around the Buankra must see the light of day.
The project is expected to create thousands of jobs for Ghanaians and also serve as a catalyst for the economic development of Buankra and Ashanti region at large. Ibrahim Abubakar, TV3 News, Buankra, Ashanti region.
And now the Parliamentary Select Committee on Environment, Science and Technology is taking steps to ensure that institutes under the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research get adequate funding from the government to embark on research activities. The committee has therefore asked the institute to step up their activities to give value to the money invested in them.
The committee paid a working visit to some research institutions under the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research to familiarize themselves with their activities. At the Building and Road Research Institute, the team inspected the Pozzolana cement factory. The committee pledged to assist the institute produce more of the Pozzolana cement and bricks for construction work. The team also spent time with staff of Forestry Research Institute to interact with workers. They inspected research laboratories and some of the research activities of the institute. At the Crop Research Institute, the team inspected research laboratories and exhibition of varieties of root and tuber crops. Chairman of the committee, Dr. Emmanuel Mafu, urged the institute to commercialize their research activities.
The time has come for scientists to leave their laboratories and engage the public, to let the public know, and also to let them know how they are impacting the economy, so that people can now appreciate them. It is when this appreciation comes that the issues of financing and the other things they need about getting more staff and things like that will receive the necessary attention.
He admitted inadequate funds for research from government.
The money that they receive from government, a chunk of them goes into paying salaries. So the actual money that they have to do the real research work is not forthcoming. And that is why they have been relying so much on donors. So we need to, as a country now, take a serious look at the best ways that we can have a sustainable strategy of financing research and technology development in this country.
Well, moving on, you know that the Statistical Service, they just released the 2021 provisional figures. And in those figures would also indicate, well, the relation of the ordinary Ghanaian to access to housing or shelter. And talking about shelter, it's one of the most critical needs for human survival in addition to food and water. But not many are able to afford this basic necessity, resorting to sleeping on street pavements, in metal containers, kiosks and other wooden structures. In the following report, Portia Gabo assesses one of man's basic needs, shelter, right here in the capital.
You may be watching the news from the comfort of your home, perhaps in a gated community, an apartment or a decent building. But for those who cannot afford to buy a house or rent one, home is living in a wooden structure or metal container. Let me take you to Kiosk Estate, one of the sprawling real estate property markets in Ghana. Well, not your usual real estate.
It is not your usual estate or apartment, but I'm here at Kiosk Estate at Boteman in the Tama West municipality of the Greater Accra region. We're here to see how people live here and do their daily activities here. Let's get inside and see how it looks like.
Hello, Madam Bosha. Welcome to my home. I stay in Kiosk Estate. Yeah, my kitchen this, my bathroom this. If Arabes comes up, if we can't break this thing, steal me for here. We maybe I know day house. I travel, go some place, go work. My room this. If you here we at the sleep every day. Yeah, my bed this. This is my bed way at the bed top. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and dear Shamino, and
Martin Teta and his relative Achu are from Somanya. They've been living here at the estate for 3 years. Martin tells me his inability to pay for rent led him to the estate.
This Saturday I go work. If this money way, I go get. It will only 30 cedi. I'll use for food, for water, and for everything, light bill, everything. So I will manage them small. Every month I pay 20 cedi for land fee, light bill, everything. Every month I pay everything. God bless this food so that if we eat it, we will get power to work and do everything. The food is all. The chocolate. No fish.
There are about 200 kiosks here, majority arranged in order, some sharing social amenities such as a bathroom and public toilets. Like Martin, Beauty hails from Mipe in the Volta region. Her desire for a better life led her to migrate to Accra to live in a kiosk with her partner and children.
By I said, yeah, war baby, and Yaman Koye, and say, Mitias diploma, baby, their coffee, and until I'm by.
I came here in search of greener pastures, but the threat of eviction is very real. It scares me.
Provisional results from Ghana's population and housing census showed that out of 10.7 million structures listed, 20% of the population live in kiosks, metal containers and wooden structures in the two most populous cities, Accra and Kumasi. Ghana's housing deficit now stands at about 2 million housing units and needs a housing policy to address this, as it is difficult for majority, especially the youth, to get accommodation and pay rent.
If government will help these people, it should come in need of the people, because the people are struggling a lot. Because they are Ghanaians, they vote. They cannot stay in their hometown. They want to stay in Accra. Government can come in aid of them and help them. Fine. Maybe you build some nice rooms, about 50. If you rent it to them, then they can establish themselves.
There should be a home which all of us need to live and live well. But unfortunately, we can't be the same. So as we can't be the same, since the government or the excessive government are putting up affordable houses, I think that it should be affordable for all, not the middle class. It should be affordable for all.
The MPP in its 2020 manifesto promised to put in place a 100 million cedi national rental assistance scheme which would offer housing rent support to persons with rent needs. While this is yet to materialize, perhaps a well-planned housing system for those who live in wooden structures, metal containers and kiosks could be explored to suit the needs of those who need them. The Sustainable Development Goal 11 aims to renew and plan cities and other human settlements in a way that offers opportunities for all with access to basic services including energy, housing and transportation. For those here at Kiosk Estate, each night they pray the rains would not wake them up. If you have a roof over your head each night, you should be grateful. Portia Gabo, TV3 News, Kiosk Estate, Accra.
Well, for me, I think this also speaks volumes about the gap that we're having between those who have and those who don't have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And as we ask for appeal, for support for stories like these, we also acknowledge when we get results, and in the case of this one, an agricultural company in Wa, Agri-Access Ghana Limited, has given a full scholarship to Alex Kontondaba Lieyo to undertake his 4-year university education. This follows a publication of the plight of the brilliant but under-resourced students by 3news.com and TV3. Here's a report by Yakubu Abdul Ghafoor.
Alex, who almost lost all hope in climbing his academic ladder to the university, will now have a choice of attending any public university in Ghana with all his school fees, accommodation, and a monthly stipend of 500 cedis to care for his needs. Nearly 2 days after 3news.com had published a story about Alex Kontondaba, a brilliant but needy student who is now serving on farms after inability to pay for KNUST admission 2 years after his completion. Agri-Access Ghana Limited, an agricultural company which supports farmers in production of food, has come in with a scholarship for him. Priscilla Achulu is the scholarship programs coordinator of Agri-Access Ghana Limited.
Talking to you gives us a clear idea of what exactly you really want to do, not just for yourself, but also for your community. Because you mentioned that after school, you're looking to come back and develop the community. And these are the kind of people we need in this country. These are the leadership qualities we need.
General Manager of Agri-Access Ghana Limited, Prosper Achulu, underscored the need to transform lives in the communities.
For us, it's a privilege. He's coming from a farming community. And we know that the produce we are looking for, some still come from this community. And if he becomes who he becomes, then he can also improve the community just like what we want to do. So for us, it goes beyond being only in agric. We want to transform the lives of people in our rural communities. And once he's here and he falls within that community that we are working in, we are okay.
Alex Kontondaba completed the Laura Senior High School in 2019 with aggregate 9 as the second best after he swapped general science to offer general arts. He gained an automatic admission to KNUST, but he could not pay his admission fees as his family is poor. He was also the best in the 2016 Basic Education Certificate Examination BECE in Jirapa District with aggregate 9 and was given a citation from the district.
And we're grateful to Agri-Access Ghana Limited for coming to the aid of Alex. He can now get an education, and we're thankful for that. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going on a short break. When we return, we have more news.
Hey, customer! 1 minute. Kweku sharp. Eso afama de be. Oh, sharp kra. Hey, ante kone. Enem no da susu sisko. Kweku sharp. Oh, we dey oye. On te se ba ko no de misike dwane ye no. Sent na Vodafone cash. What is susu any insurance? Abom e my future so. And no one is our phone. No dial *462 hash. No register. Get me an sir. So dial *462 hash now register. No what chase kadodo a opese odiesie osome every 10 Ghana app what science in your life insurance e my future accident and also wo to my future bebo sika ketua bi to say 2 Ghana cedis a wo be count savings month any my future idea eyo my future ba ma me no mienu for phone na dial *462 hash e wo Vodafone so never come home my future Obini watching us 70. Fabicie.
Vodafone so nkwa na to me my future, my life, and Millennium Insurance, and the Brewer.
I'm going to interview Zuzum right here in my house. Hey!
Look up there. Why are you using inferior pen?
It was a mistake. I no check.
Acrobat 2. I'm going to knock you out.
I know, sir.
You deserve quality.
Don't make mistakes. Stop!
You did the right thing.
When you are going to buy a paint, Don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any paint, be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint mu champion.
I love football. Football can be a dirty game, on or off the pitch. Even when I'm trying to score at a party, stains find a way of tracking me down. But I don't worry at all, because I have Cleasoft. Use new Cleasoft 360 Deep Clean, a unique formula with active ingredients and enzymes that gets rid of all stubborn stains and leaves your clothes smelling wonderful. Cleasoft, my favorite. Cleasoft 360 Deep Clean, clean all.
Mama!
Me no.
And I can't stand it!
Just a moment. And now power, huh?
Yeah!
Oh, yeah, Jack Macron, no more. It's good you cannot guess it there. Hey, you contumre. What a clean tomato sauce, I want to be and a pasadine for box with salad. Hey, you stew and a jollofa. Never to them one that don't know it though. Or to that. And the ball of ya, or meant to bunny a doa. You want a pass rice sauce, check for you, sir, or more tasty. And a big beans for the breakfast. Let's all a salad, or she, and a patuna. We can puffle. Let's all a salad in the or taste good. And a pan on dairy creamer. 4 box with so see oats, not cremitino. You and a spaghetti. Talia Papa B. Mansunin Sijadu Re. Nafa and a spaghetti the gum. Who and a pataliano are you ready for watching on you with you? So ya napa no so
Dem de ruboyi FBA ahwehwem ajatum.
Welcome back. Now, the Tema General Hospital Blood Bank has adopted a door-to-door campaign strategy to mobilize sufficient blood for its clientele. Now, senior blood donor organizer John Ahiaji says the unit targets churches, especially on a weekly basis. John Ahiaji was speaking at a joint health screening program organized by the Church of Latter-day Saints in Tema.
Between 50 and 100 units of blood is collected every week from one church on a weekly basis. The move, according to a senior blood donor organizer, John Ahiaji, has enabled the hospital to meet 50% of its monthly requirement.
Because this time, every Sunday, we go to the churches and at least they give us something which we bring back. The only problem is that it is not sufficient for our patients. So we are appealing to them that all churches should be on board so that we collect enough blood for them.
The last of the blood collection was organized by the Community 1 branch of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The day-long event coincided with the 3rd annual Tema Day celebration and food bazaar of the church.
The focus of these two gathering places, physically, the young senior adults will gather here to learn and to interact, socialize, and use all the opportunities that this facility has for them to grow physically, intellectually, and all that the facility can offer.
The organizers urge the public to embrace the voluntary blood donation.
About 11,000 inhabitants of 9 communities in Ketu South municipality of the Volta region have for the first time accessed potable water. The communities had been relying on unwholesome water sources until 3 NGOs provided them with 2 mechanized boreholes.
That was the kind of water available for the inhabitants of Blafado, Hachukope, Janunya Kpoji, Agovima, Dakar Surugakope, Kubakope, Toko, Laklivi Kope, and Aletame, all in the Ketu South municipality. Residents then had to trek several miles in search of potable water. The situation provided jobs for tricycle operators like Peter Sogbe, In view of the situation, an NGO, the Heart of Young Visionary Leaders, requested assistance from Walking for Water and Love Spring Water, a Danish NGO, and has turned Hoskul in Denmark to come to the aid of the people. The three NGOs provided 2 solar-powered mechanized boreholes connected to 2 8,000 liters polytank for use by the 9 communities. Director for Young Visionary Leaders, Joseph Tete Afangbe, wants government to improve potable water coverage.
Through Sustainable Development Goal 17, that is partnership, to make sure that all the goals are achieved, it is very prudent that we come together, that we can fight this particular poverty when it comes to water, access to water. Chief of Glafodo, Togbi Dukuli Amade, was delighted over the support.
We are happy about our new water source. We will collect token from anyone who comes to fetch water here towards its maintenance. I entreat all community members to comply with this directive.
Goal 6 of the Sustainable Development Goals seeks to ensure availability and management of water and sanitation for all.
Now the stories. The Bulk Oil Storage and Transportation Company Limited BOST says it has paid some $585 million out of some $624 million, which were arrears back in 2017. Managing Director of the company, Edwin Alfred Provençal, made this known at a media briefing right here in Accra.
By 2017, our debt portfolio showed $624 million, not Ghana cedis, US dollars. These are debts that had been created through the operations of BOST. And BOST had bought products worth this amount of monies, but we hadn't paid for them. So that hung over the company as a huge trade debt. We are happy to tell you that we have paid down the trade liabilities from $624 million US dollars to $39 million US dollars as of today. And we did not do that by going to government alone. BOST contribution to the payment of this trade liabilities to our internally generated funds amount to 73%.
Meanwhile, the Bulk Oil Storage and Transportation Company says it owes $11 million after a forensic audit and not $37 million as submitted.
We did a forensic audit in-house. We brought in Yoko, we brought in the national security, we used our own people with the same stakeholders. Each of these companies who claimed they were owed $37 million now accepted that we owe them $11 million. We saved this country a whopping $26 million US dollars. And this was done by the same staff who we came to meet in BOST. You know, sometimes when you have 1,000 cities and by mistake 1 0 comes to add, it becomes 10,000. So when you now realize that, oh, by mistake 1 0 added, then you bring it back to 1,000 and others. So we believe there were genuine mistakes that have been identified and resolved.
A dashboard to assist in effective policy and investment decisions on fertilizer utilization has been launched here in Accra. It is to enable prompt and also appropriate responses, particularly to farmer and those of other stakeholders within a value chain.
Ghana was selected as one of the countries for the implementation of the new Visualizing Insights on Fertilizer for African Agriculture dashboard.
The use of fertilizer is very, very low. It's still very low in sub-Saharan Africa, below the benchmark set up for us to do as farmers in Africa and Ghana in particular. So whatever we have to do to educate our farmers, to support them with policy decisions so that they are able to understand, make fertilizer affordable, available, and then how to encourage our farmers on how to use the fertilizers very, very well.
The dashboard, which has been stocked with information on fertilizer from 2010 to date, will also provide up-to-date data to help policy and investment decisions.
Sometimes when you go into the public and you are trying to explain some of the challenges, so there's a lack of or inadequate data to support what we are trying to do. But with this dashboard, we can even refer people to the dashboard to ascertain what probably will come out of when you are having interactions with the public.
The dashboard scoping study, which started in 2017, will help improve, manage and visualize fertilizer data in Africa.
We are now seeing countries taking steps to mitigate the shortage challenges in the region. However, it is evident that the lack of timely data and clear trend analysis impacted on the ability of policymakers to respond effectively to the fertilizer shortages that we are seeing. Therefore, having timely and well-analyzed data can prevent a recurrence of such a situation in the future.
Visualizing insight on fertilizer for African culture focuses on better aligning the fertilizer data supply with information needs in Ghana, Nigeria, as well as Kenya. Stay with us here on NEWS360. We have some sports highlights for you.
UMB Speed Up presents 10 steps to stay safe. If you can, stay home. Wash your hands regularly with soap under running water. Keep alcohol-based hand sanitizer close for frequent use. If you must go out, maintain a safe distance of at least 1 meter from the next person. Cough or sneeze with your mouth and nose covered with tissue or bend your elbow while doing so. Avoid handshakes or hugs. Keep a mental note of people you have come into contact with or places you've been to. Avoid touching your face with unwashed hands. Drink a lot of fluids and boost your immune system with fruits and vegetables. Bank whenever, wherever with UMB Speed Up. UMB Speed Up. Digibank, let's go.
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Lufat. Lufat.
Injeja wohoma malaria enka won to them. Lufat, a malaria drop a cope.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat, a 2 malaria sententem.
FDA akasa ejede inkrato yi ajatum se eye.
Sports segment is brought to you by
Kel Kids Toothpaste, Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG.
It's time for sports on NEWS360. I am Aniela Alote. We begin with the North London Derby. Arsenal's fantastic display of football in a 3-1 victory over Tottenham at the Emirates Stadium, spelling a 3rd consecutive defeat for Nuno Espirito Santo. Now, despite not featuring on the score sheet alongside Emil Smith-Rowe, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Bukayo Saka, Ghanaian Thomas Partey undeniably fielded an incredible performance.
On our match commentators, Will Peter. It really will, because both teams have been struggling, let's be honest. Rolled on for Son. Teasing Reguilon. And it goes Smith-Rowe!
guard, and he set it back for Thomas Partey, and Lloris was clawing it out. Into here, Smith Rowe, and support from Aubameyang! Arsenal have their boot on the Tottenham throat! Kane came sliding in, Saka kept going, and Arsenal lead Spurs 3-0. This place is flying. This is pinch-me-on dreaming territory for Arsenal folk. Aaron Ramsdale going long, and Kane could be in here. Harry Kane has dipped it wide. Treating him. And Son has dashed in and grabbed one back for Tottenham.
Still on the English Premier League, Crystal Palace will face Brighton on Monday night. And striker Jordan Ayew is confident that with time, the Eagles will be in a good place with their new style of play under Patrick Vieira.
Champions League, Europa League, there's a new one who just came, a conference. We all want to play those type of, everyone wants to play at the highest level, so we're doing our best, we're working hard, and hopefully we'll get there very soon. But obviously it's a new style of play, and we need to be patient, but as well we need to work hard. And I think as games come, we'll be better and we'll do well. I'm sure about that.
On to some domestic football. New Black Stars head coach Milovan Rajevac has firmly insisted that he will be responsible for player call-ups. The previous head coach Charles Akono was criticized after reports emerged that he did not have the final say regarding the call-ups. Rajevac says he is open to suggestions, but the final decision will be made by him.
Naravno da ću razgovarati sa svima.
Of course, it's important to have good communication with the management of the GFA, and I'm always ready to talk about everything. Of course, about the players, and I'm open to hear ideas. This is how I work. But at the end, when it comes to the decision who will be invited for the team, this is my decision because it's my job and I'm responsible. So at the end, about the call-ups, decision is mine.
Away from football and on to boxing, Nigerian-born British world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua suffered his second professional defeat, losing to Ukrainian Alexander Usyk. The Ukrainian won the bout with a majority decision.
Over Anthony Joshua at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium won him the WBA, WBO, IBF and IBO heavyweight world titles. Usyk dominated from the first bell, outclassing Joshua with a sublime performance in front of 67,000 fans in London. The judges at the end of the 12th round scored the encounter 117 to 112, 116 to 112 and 115 to 113 in his favor. The sensational display from the unbeaten Ukrainian made him the third fighter after Evander Holyfield and David Haye to win world titles at cruiserweight and heavyweight. Joshua, who now has a professional
too, I still receive salary alerts because I made the best decision to invest a lump sum into the retirement salary.
Invest a lump sum today in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary and enjoy guaranteed monthly income for life, funeral cover, and the option of signing on with a spouse. Please call Old Mutual today, 050-453-4333.
Me feel ahotonkwa.
Old Mutual, 176 years of doing great things.
Now, let's look at what's happening on the international front.
Germans have been voting for a new federal parliament, choosing who will govern them for the next 4 years. Projections based on exit polls suggest a dead heat between the main parties, the Social Democrats of Olaf Scholz and Armin Laschet's Conservatives. Either candidate will need to put together a coalition to form the next government. Polls closed at 1600 GMT. Chancellor Angela Merkel is standing down after 16 years in power. Coalition building is likely to take time as parties have to agree on common ground and decide on key posts. Gaining the support of the Greens and or the Liberal FDP is likely to be key for any would-be chancellor. Sudan says it has repelled an attempted incursion by Ethiopian troops into its territory. The head of the Sudanese military, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, said this showed how the army was protecting the country after last week's coup attempt. In its statement, Sudan said the incident happened in the district of Barakid. For decades, Ethiopians have been farming on fertile land claimed by Sudan. Relations between the two countries have further deteriorated since Ethiopia started filling a giant dam on the River Nile and war broke out in its northern Tigray region. Iceland looks set to make history by becoming the first European country to elect a female majority to parliament. According to projections based on the final election results, 33 of the 63 seats, or 52%, have been won by women. This would mark an increase of 9 seats from the last election in 2017. No other European country has breached the 50% threshold, with Sweden coming closest at 47%, according to data from the Interparliamentary Union.
Let's now do entertainment news.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Puma Drinks.
The grand finale of the 2021 Ghana's Most Beautiful Contest is just a week away. Contestants have promised another thrilling performance at the finale. This morning, the contestants were at the Perez Chapel to thank God for bringing them this far.
Put your hands together and let's have you. They are left with 6 contestants.
The finalists, accompanied by their chaperone, introduced themselves to church members, most of whom were glad to meet them.
So my name is Mfuja from the Bono region.
My name is Setwa from the Volta region.
Ashanti Region Safwa, on behalf of the team, asked church members to rally behind their favorite to win the coveted crown.
We came in as 16 beautiful, intelligent, poised and strong, beautiful ladies representing 16 regions in the country. And here we are, 6 of us. It is amazing. It is by the grace of God. And we are here just to express to the Lord that we are grateful and we thank you. This is our last week in the house, and the finale, which is coming Sunday, 3rd October 2021. We want to specially invite you and welcome you, and also to support us with voting and your prayers.
Bishop Charles Ajinasari admonished the finalists to be worthy ambassadors to society, but more importantly, not to lose faith in God.
Somebody who becomes Ghana's most beautiful must be somebody who has faith in God. And if you have faith in God, it must show in godly character. That means that you seek God on a daily basis through prayer and Bible study. And if you are Ghana's most beautiful, it means that we are expecting you to become a good wife. And a good wife means that you will respect your husband. And the truth is that sometimes husbands are hard to love and even harder to respect. You encourage people. You have thoughtful actions. You serve one another. And last and not the least, you spend your time well. And you are creative. And understand that beauty is not just the face looking fine and the shape looking good, but beauty is eternal. Amen.
Special prayers were said for them.
We ask that, Lord, as these ones prepare for their last week, we pray that you protect them. There will not be any accident nor incident. We pray that on that day you glorify your name. And Lord, you will make them a team. Whoever comes on top, we pray they will not look down on the others, but they will work together and lift this nation up. Bless them and use them. In Jesus' name, we call it done. Amen.
The 6 finalists are in the final lap for the car, crown, and cash on Sunday, October 3 at the National Theatre in Accra.
Your seat. God bless you.
Well, we all have our choices in there, and I'm sure you also do same too. Make sure you keep voting for them and rooting for them as they inch towards that grand finale.
Which is on October 3. Keep voting for them. Thank you very much for staying with us on News 360. That's more news on 3news.com. My name is Aisha Yakubu Hali.
And mine is Roland Walker. Get all the latest updates as she said. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Despite our busy lives, we must always find time to take good care of our bodies. Introducing Butex with marine collagen for skin, hair and nails. Butex also contains other essential vitamins and nutrients that offer many positive benefits to our bodies. Improves skin and has anti-aging properties, stimulates hair and nail growth, improves bone strength. 3 benefits in one pill? Make your well-being a priority. Strive to be a better version of yourself every day. Butex is distributed by Ernest Chemist Limited and is available in pharmacies nationwide. Butex, self-care activated. This advert is FDA approved.
Yellow! Today we have a very big surprise for all of you. You get a sonata. You get a sonata. You get a sonata. What's so open a sonata if you're watching? You get a sonata. Sonata. You get a sonata. You get a sonata. And you can get a sonata too.
Everyone's excited about the MTN Act 25 promo. Just keep using your MTN number and talk, text, browse, and more to gain points, and you could win one of 25 Hyundai Sonata vehicles and cash prizes each month in the MTN Act 25 promo. Dial *156# today and begin your journey to win big.
Hey, man, try.
Only on MTN, everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply.
Research has it that malaria is one of the most deadliest diseases in this part of the world. So, whenever you're feeling cold, feverish, nausea, or fatigue, get tested. If it is malaria, do not worry. I have good news for you.
Let's all go back. Malaria's remedy is Lonat. Therefore, we're gonna use Lonat to recover. You have malaria? Yes, please. Are you shivering?
Yes, yes.
You got chills?
Yes,
Take
yes.
Lonat.
Lonat.
First day.
Lonat.
Take Lonat. Second day.
Lonat.
Take Lonat.
Lonat.
Third day.
Lonat.
Take Lonat.
Malaria's scared of Lonat.
That's all. Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat it scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma.
Pack up your day with your favorite Pack Milk and Choco Biscuit, now in exciting new packaging. Only the packaging has changed. The taste remains the same, crispy and delicious.
Feel the perky burst from your toes to your face.
Pack up your day with Pack Biscuits in exciting new packs with the same great taste. This advert is FDA approved.
Petal Cares. Great new design. Fit right. Reducing friction by 70%. It absorbs all liquid to prevent leakage. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Royal Aroma and Mofo from Nabanukran need to say iron, vitamin B3, B6, B9, B12, and a zinc. So, oh, and mono predator synchron one noir, and modian in Rono and free. Yeah! And we drew. What the bag no cohen? New Royal Aroma Fortified Rice. And ye mau and the Wabusia. FDA a Jedian Kratua Atum.
Why do we do it? Hide, cover up, tone down. Choose boldness. Celebrate the skin you're in and dress with confidence with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion. The triple layered care of deep moisture serum, precious cocoa butter, and vitamin E enriches your skin for 48 hours. It's time to show off your best skin. Wear your skin with pride every time with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion.
This be Madame Rosa. I did for you. She be diva of all hairstylists. She knows say I day here.
Hello.
Hey, no problem. This one, it be cool chop crack. After all, I be Royal King Cracker, made with real milk butter and the goodness of wheat to keep you going. To all you busy bees, I did for you.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Baby, I'm meeting Kaboni wa mahimfie. My brekra.
Oh, Minia, me the idea see you. Run me wo how be no. Minya poda tata shibia. Me friend is a menshia. E yi me healthy ho. And no ne Infavi wash. Me use Infavi wash. Bra me ko jare. Anopani enyumre. Ne ma me feel fresh, confident and smiling all day.
Ella me si boso mi bia mani amihu. Oh, me bo mi nseria. Na jimene Kaboni. Na ma bo me hu modin bia se beja. Na so mi hu hwe. Ama meni ji wo mama wi. Meni anom se di. Infavi wash taba. Never somehow yano cry.
Infavi wash contains lactic acid and aloe vera, which helps to protect you against vaginal itching, odor, and irritations.
Infavi wash.
Infavi wash is marketed and distributed by Big Maroon Pharmacy
at La Paz, opposite the New Market, and Nukanshi, inside Adipa building.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hi, my name is Funny Face, and let me introduce you to Lanti Soya Milk. Hey, Mom. Lanti, where? I want Lanti. Daddy, I want Lanti. Auntie, I want Lanti. Uncle, I want Lanti.
Lanti soya milk can be taken either cold or warm for breakfast, fresh and cool snack between meals. Pour Lanti soya milk on your cereals and enjoy protein and more calcium. Adults can enjoy Lanti soya milk